I once met this girl down the river. I wondered what her name was. My mind told me yes, and my heart told me yes, so I asked her what was her name. She said Cindy. I said, what's up, bitch? She said, what you called me? I said, bitch. I'm just joking. That didn't really happen. But I did meet a girl named Cindy, and we were about to fuck, and my mind was saying no. So I was thinking no. Then my heart was saying yes, and my dick was saying yes. My dick was saying yes. My dick told me to fuck her. Oh man, that's horrible. I'm sorry you guys had to go through that. Well, not really, because I fucking said it. So it's law. It is the law. Like a Frenchman. The law. Either way, this commentary right here, this one, like usually I don't come into commentaries with topics. I kind of just think of the topic while I'm rambling on about what I should talk about next. But this one I do have a topic, and the topic is kind of like, you know, kind of iffy. I don't know how I can put this. It's okay. The title that I named it, what I was thinking about it, was called "My Dick Told Me to." And yeah, so have you ever noticed that when something happens, right, you're like, oh, should I do this, right? And your mind's like no, and you're like, oh, and you know, if your heart couldn't do anything to, you know, move your sensibility, then, you know, your heart says no, but then your dick is just like fucking hard, and you're like, oh shit, man, what the fuck am I gonna do now, right? It was like my dick's saying yeah, and I'm pretty sure it won't go down until, you know, I either stop thinking about it, which won't be anytime soon, or fucking, you know, or all that other type of bullshit. And it's gay, cause, you know, sometimes I just don't want my dick up, and I know sometimes that sounds weird, but when you're in class, right, and you're up in like front of fucking your class, and you got a fucking hard, especially a hard like mine, right? It's embarrassing. Well, not really. I don't get embarrassed. I kind of play it off with jokes. I play everything off with jokes. I think every little issue in the world can be solved with a joke. And yeah, that's just my view on things. But yeah, okay. So let me tell you about an instance where having a hard wasn't good, and it's not me. All right, this wasn't me. It happened to me. So I was at work, right? And I work at Canada's Wonderland. I work in the rides department, so I have my rides are Drop Zone, Wild Beasts, and Nightmares. For anyone, you know, who's not like from Canada and who knows what Canada's Wonderland is, or from America that knows. But if you don't, it is an amusement park, and that is my summer job for now. So yeah, so alright, so I was checking this guy's restraints, right, because that's what you have to do. You have to go down and you have to get close to the crotches and check the restraints close to the crotches. And I was currently working at a roller coaster, right, because one of the drop zone is where it takes you like straight up into the air and then drops you, right, and the restraints, you know, you don't have to go that close to the people's crotch. The other one is Nightmares, which is it kind of just spins you around. There's like absolutely no going near someone's crotch. There's like no need for it. But the Wild Beast, which is a roller coaster. See, I tried to cap the flag, but they got it. But the Wild Beast, which is a roller coaster, you have to get extremely close to people's crotchal regional areas. But yeah, so I was going down, and this is the first time it ever happened to me. So I went down to check his restraints. You know what sounds wrong? The "I went down" part. I'm taking that in right now. Saying "I went down" just sounds kind of weird, especially when I'm talking about crotchal areas. Yeah. So I went down. I started checking his restraints, right? But before I went down, I noticed that there was a big lump in between the sides of his legs, and it was like I don't know how old the kid was, like probably like 12 or something. And it wasn't like a long lump. It was kind of like it took up a shit ton of area space, so it was like a chode. And like I'm like, fuck, man, I'm gonna have to go check this kid, right? So I go down and I check, and I'm like, check, and the kid's looking at me strange, right? And when you see a kid's face and it looks strange, and you know, I kind of knew that he had a chode on, and he knew he had a chode, and I was fucking, you know, checking his restraints, and it was nasty as shit. It was so nasty, because like I didn't want to say I didn't say anything I didn't want to, because if I say I didn't want to, then that means I did say something. But I kind of wanted to say something, like to make a joke out of it, But I knew that I couldn't, because then, you know, I'd get fired or some shit. But yeah, so it was just a fucking nasty experience. That's all you guys gotta know. It was a nasty ass experience. But I was thinking about it. I'm like, dude, did I just fucking touch someone's chode? Because when I went in, right, it kind of like pushed in. It kind of pushed in a bit, and it was fucking nasty as shit, man. It was not a good experience. And man, like, I don't mind. Like, I like my job sort of because of the fact that, you know, when you're checking, right, and there's like a lot of hot chicks go to Canada's Wonderland, man. A lot of hot chicks. I'm telling you, anyone single, go to a fucking amusement park, sit there, wait there, and if you have enough balls to talk to a chick, then you automatically, cause like the fucking hot chicks go there, man. Seriously, hot ass chicks. But either way, right? So when I'm checking the restraints, bro, I can just look down and fucking just titty galore. Oh jeez, titties galore. And yes, my dick goes up, and my dick told me to. That's that's how it is right there. See it didn't like fully tell you, but it like subconsciously tells you, like, yeah, your dick fucking, yeah, you want to bone this chick right here. You wanna get all up in that pussy. Woo, pussy, baby. I love pussy. You guys might think, yo, oh, this kid, you know, he's just a YouTube commentator, yo, he doesn't get no pussy. Yeah, I get my pussy, and y'all could be like, oh, this nigga's lying, you know, he just wants to look big and shit. I don't care what you guys think, because the fact that you guys can make fun of it as much as you want, but the fact of the matter is, I got it. So if you guys want to be like, no, you didn't get it, I'll be like, alright, think what you want to think, because whatever happened, happened. But yeah, that's besides the story. And it wasn't just once, it was multiple times. That's besides the story. Don't worry about that. This is a bit of camping, but they are spawning, and they're just running into my gun. Like, honestly, I think a smarter player would have flanked. Like me, I'm a mother flanker. I'm a motherfucking flanker. See that? You thought I was gonna just say mother flanker, right? Nigga. And I only used the new tube because it was there, right? And I picked up the FAMAS. So don't fucking bash me for that. I hate new tubes. Honestly, like, I don't use the stuff I hate in games. So I don't like Ghost, right? I don't use Ghost. I don't like the AK-74U. I don't use it, right? The only time I ever unlocked Ghost was because I was trying to play like online. I was trying to play in like a private match, right? And you know, we were playing, I think, Michael Myers or some shit, and I unlocked it. And my friend didn't like make any class, so I was like, whatever. But yeah, that's basically that. And yeah, man, my dick told me to get this game too. Look at that. Look at that. Get fucking raped. Oh my god, man. I'm raping these kids up, bro. Like, these kids don't, like, honestly, it's a little thing, yo, because it happens, you know, it happens, you know. Sometimes you just gotta go on amazing fucking rape tears, right? It's just true, and sometimes you gotta cap flags. I think I got like 4 captures. I think the highest amount of captures was 6, maybe. So I think I did pretty good, you know, with captures and the whole thing like that. Pick up my Cujos. Love my Cujos. You don't understand how much I love my Cujos, man. Like, honestly, like, I went through intense training procedures with my Cujos. Intense. You know what I made them do? I made them suck on my chode. I'm just joking. It's the whole thing, man. My whole commentary is about fucking hards on and shit. So, you know, if I ever say shit, you know, like, if I ever like change my thing, look at these guys getting raped. If I ever change my shit and I just start talking about dick every once in a while, just don't worry about it. Or if you hear me start talking about pussy or crotchal genital areas, then yeah, you know where that's coming from. I like to say crotchal too. That's a fucking hilarious word. I didn't even know what the fuck I was talking about before. I was talking about my Cujos. Yeah, man, I train my Cujos in like the best fucking way I can, man. Like, what I do is I run them, right? So I run them, and then I put a bunch of fat kids, right? And I starve my dogs, right? So these guys aren't the fat kids, but like, I put a bunch of fat kids, and I make them run, and I make my dogs chase after them, and they just tear them up, right? They're all hungry and shit, right? So before I let them out, I don't feed them for a while. Right? So sometimes I let them out twice, you know. Sometimes I take them out for walks. Every time I let out my dogs, I'm taking them out for a walk, right? So I try to get my dogs as much as I can, you know, because my dogs need their walks. And yeah, everyone here, well, everyone who's a dog owner here knows that, you know, you need to walk your dog every once in a while. Maybe you don't. I prefer to put my dog, like my actual dog, in the back. But my Cujo dogs, man, they need to be walked. And fucking, yeah, so back to dicks and vaginas and titties and shit. Which I love. Well, except for the dicks. I love titties and vaginas. Fuck, I fucked myself over. There we go. Oh, that was bad. Oh, yeah. Remember that game? If you guys watched that 47 and 20 commentary where I was talking about like feeds and shit, this is my jungle gun. I did bring out my jungle gun because hardline doesn't really help me that much. But that is the end of the game. If you like this commentary, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. I did go 59 and 11. I did talk about dicks and chodes and shit. So peace out, y'all. Peace, love, and butt sex.